that's what Qigong is. It's a practice of systematically going deeper and deeper with your conscious mind into your body so you can feel what's going on in your body, and then you can start to feel, oh, I feel stagnation here, or oh, I feel pain, or I feel lots of energy and can't sleep because I've got a lot of energy moving.
Welcome to Harmonic Alignment, a podcast that explores the new frontier of energy medicine, bridging the gap between Western medicine and quantum physics, giving you easy and practical solutions. Guided by me, Dr. Larisa Sharipova, and me, Priscilla Koblenz. Join us on a journey discovering your harmonic alignment. On today's episode of Harmonic Alignment, Dr. Larisa Sharipova sits down with body intuitive energy master practitioner Laura Chalfant. Laura has over 40 years of training and experience in alternative medicine. And today she shares her powerful knowledge on the energy practice of Qigong, including the details and the exciting healing benefits of this practice. You can book a private session or take her online training at laurachalfantqigong.com. Enjoy this beautiful episode. Reserve your spot today on the Tuscany Transformation Retreat, June 15th through the 21st, 2025. Reconnect with your inner beauty, power, and abundance. Come join Dr. Larisa Sharipova and myself, Priscilla Koblenz, for 6 nights and 5 full days in the beautiful Tuscan countryside. We'll be staying at a villa that has a gorgeous swimming pool and hot tub, a Turkish bath, as well as this amazing yoga studio overlooking the olive trees and the vineyards. We'll offer daily yoga, meditation, breath work, sound healing, spa treatments, a Tuscan bike ride, a pasta cooking class, olive oil and wine tastings, as well as amazing, amazing food. For more detailed itinerary, check out our website and reserve your spot today. We've got 9 spots available.
Thank you, Laura, for coming for my interview today. I'm so excited to talk to you about my favorite practice, and I think it's your favorite too, Qigong. First question is, how did you discover Qigong and how you become a practitioner of Qigong?
I started studying Tai Chi when my son was first born. I studied for quite a while, and I started teaching Tai Chi, and then I started studying Qigong actually from my son because when he was in his teens, in his late teens, he started studying martial arts, and he studied in a system called Spirit Wings Internal Arts, which included Kung Fu and Bagua and Tai Chi and also Qigong. And so after I did the Rolfing training, I was kind of messed up from the Rolfing training. And he said, Mom, I want to show you something. And he showed me a Qigong form called the Yin Yang Medical Qigong. And I loved it so much that I was practicing it every day. It helped me to get grounded. I had an experience where I felt really ungrounded after the training, and so it really helped me ground. And I practiced it every day for a number of years.
Oh, wow. So first you actually learn from your son, and you start practicing for yourself. How you become a practitioner and teaching others to do Qigong?
I studied and practiced this one form, the Yin Yang Medical Qigong form, and I had learned some other forms, but I always came back to this one because it was just so nourishing for me. And I started teaching here and there, like I taught at the Pilates studio, and I taught at a yoga studio, so I would teach around here and there. I always knew that at a certain age I'd be teaching Qigong. It was like in the back of my mind. And during the pandemic, I just decided that I was going to do an online Qigong training program. So I developed an online Qigong training program. And I've been teaching ever since then. I've been teaching the Yin Yang Medical Qigong, but also seasonal Qigong programs.
Mm-hmm. And can you explain more like principle of Qigong to people who don't know about that?
Qigong is similar to Tai Chi. I think everybody knows the word Tai Chi, but people aren't so familiar with Qigong. So it's part of Chinese medicine, and it's a little bit simpler than Tai Chi because Tai Chi has a series of exercises, like a series of movements, and Qigong has some repetitive movements. So in that way, it's a little simpler, but Qigong is also more focused on the movement of energy, and it's more focused on the building of Qi in your energy centers. We call them the dantians. So you have a lower dantian, a middle dantian, and an upper dantian.
And what is Qi?
Qi is energy. It's the flow of energy through your system, or people are familiar with meridians, so it's the flow of energy through the meridians. It has to do with the potential of energy. It's everywhere. It's amazing. There's many thousands of different types of Qi.
Mm-hmm. You compare it to Tai Chi, so is it a martial art as Tai Chi, or it's an energy movement practice?
This is a really interesting question because Tai Chi is generally is a soft martial art. Qigong can be also a soft martial art, or it can be a medical Qigong. So medical Qigong is based more on healing different conditions or different organs. It's not really a martial form, it's a medical form. But there are, like my son's system, Spirit, Wind, Internal Arts, most of the Qigong is also martial.
Oh, so there is a different type of Qigong. So one is more as a martial art and one is more like a energy healing practice, and that's what you practice,
That's
correct?
I do both. There are thousands of different types of Qigong. Qigong that I'm studying right now is the classical Qigong. It was developed for self-healing and to heal conditions.
And where Qigong name or practice come from? I know it has a whole long history.
A lot of Qigong forms are based on animal movements, and they come out of the philosophy of the Tao, and the Tao has to do with the flow of life. A lot of the Qigong forms were developed by watching animals and how they move and how they have this strong energy, or they have this force of energy that maybe humans didn't have, and so humans were emulating the animals so that they could jump, or they could move the Qi through their body in a way that they could see more animalistic movements. Like there's forms that would emulate a hummingbird or a gorilla or a tiger or a bear.
And it's like interconnectedness with the universe.
Yes.
So because we all connected through energies, and flowing energies through the body, and also connected to the animals and to everything in the universe.
Right, so that's the Tao, that's what the Tao is. Humans have really kind of stepped way away from the Tao, but the whole function and the whole idea of Qigong is to step into the Tao, step into the flow of life, and let go of your mind and your body so that you can access the energy. You're really emptying your body so you can access the energy from the earth and the universe and nature.
When you work with clients or even for yourself, how you describe Qigong contribute to physical health, mental health, or even emotional well-being?
When you're practicing Qigong, like I said earlier, you're building energy in the energy centers of the dantians. So that's really the first step in Qigong, is to get really strong in your energy centers so that you have enough resources for the energy to flow through the meridians. The meridians are energy pathways in the body, and you want to have enough resources for the energy to flow through the pathways. When we're thinking about energy flowing through the pathways, we're also thinking about energy flowing into the organs. And so if the pathways are cleared, the Qi is strong in the meridians, and there's not stagnation in the meridians where the Qi is blocked, or there's not deficiency in the meridians where the Qi is really tired, then the Qi in the meridians can feed the organs, and that creates organ health. The physiological aspect of Qigong is that the health of the organs is really important. In Western medicine, we'll take out the spleen, or we'll do heart transplant to cure disease. But Qigong gets to the root of disease. It gets to the root of like, well, where's the stagnation in your system? Why aren't the organs functioning? And what can we do about it? Well, we can breathe. We can move in certain ways to activate the organs. There's a lot of acupoints in Qigong, so we can activate different pressure points to get the liver meridian going, to increase the blood in the liver. Blood is really important, or to get the kidney meridian going so that our water element is stronger.
I believe as well, I think all disease start with disbalance or blocked energy, and if we correct the energy going through the body, we can correct biochemical, right? And after that, a physical manifestation of different disbalances that start with energetic blockage or something like that. And sometimes we don't even need to correct physiological things like do surgery or organ manipulation if we correct the energy.
Right.
How is the emotional and physical connect on energetic level? How you can explain from the Qigong practitioner perspective?
Yeah, that's a great question. I love that question because each of the organs has a specific emotion connected to it.
Give an example.
If you're looking at the liver emotions are anger, rage, frustration, apathy. So if your liver meridian is out of balance, let's say you have liver stagnation because maybe you have a tumor, or fatty liver is
Very common now.
Yeah, it's very common. Mainly because we eat too many sweets or it's junk food, right? That causes fatty liver, not fat so much.
Right.
So yeah, if you have a fatty liver, if you have tumors in your liver or something like that, it's really lacking qi and it's lacking blood. So the liver is this amazing organ. There's all this filtration of blood that goes through the organ of the liver. It detoxifies in the liver. And if that process isn't happening, you're going to have a lot of problems with your liver. And with the woman I'm studying with now, she works with women. Liver blood is most important for women. You have to have strong liver blood to have a healthy reproductive system. Because
everything goes through the liver. All hormones production and detoxification, elimination of metabolites, everything goes through the liver. So if liver doesn't function properly, there is no good hormonal function. That's what I believe. If there is a fatty liver or something, or liver is sluggish, what started first? Energetic disbalance or physical disbalance or emotional first?
I think it's definitely energetic. Like when there's not energy moving through, then you get stagnation. That's when the liver is going to become more fatty. And then when the liver becomes more fatty, you're going to have emotional imbalances. If your liver is really fatty, you're probably going to have a lot of frustration in your life. And so it's much better to move that energy out, to move the emotion out. A lot of people are afraid to get angry, and we're really angry, and so we repress the anger, and then we end up with frustration.
Yeah, we stuff our emotions that connected to liver. So you stuff it, and liver become too much of this block, right? And so energy doesn't go through the liver or meridian that connected to the liver. And it's also affected other meridians on the long run because they're all connected to each other energetically, correct?
Yeah, they're all connected to each other. In Qigong or in Chinese medicine, there are 5 elements. We're working with wood, water, fire, metal, and earth. So those 5 elements are all connected to each other. So say at the liver, you have a fatty liver and you don't have enough blood, it's not feeding the heart. So the liver is called the general, and the general needs to kind of look everywhere in the body to see where it's going to send its sentinels, where it's going to send the blood. And so the liver is very attuned to what's going on in the body, but if the liver is really tired and stagnant, it's not functioning well. So the liver blood feeds the heart. And if the liver blood isn't feeding the heart is the emperor. And the emperor looks out for all of its organs, its elements. If the liver doesn't have enough blood, then the heart doesn't have enough blood. And then it's going to affect the earth, it's going to affect the water, and it's going to affect the metal elements. The foundation in Qigong are the kidneys, reproductive system, the liver, and the heart. And then it's like they all feed into each other.
Going back to the physical, emotional, and energy, so what would you say need to be address first?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I love your questions. In the way that I practice, I think that the water element is foundational. Most people can't feel energy initially. So we have to start where people are. And the most foundational substance in the body is called Qigong.
What's a Qigong?
Qigong is all the fluids, it's all the reproductive fluids, it's all the endocrine, hormonal system, it's the bone marrow, it's the brain. You know, you think of all of the watery substances in the body, that's Qigong. And so to have healthy anything, including blood, you have to have strong Qigong. And so if you're going to start Qigong, you want to start with a Qigong training that's going to build your Qigong, build your fundamental substances first. Because when your fundamental substances are deficient or in excess or not moving freely through your meridians, you're going to be tired. You're not going to have a sense of the Qi moving in your body. You're not going to have the awareness, the sensory awareness of the Qi moving in your body. Most people have to start at the physiological level. Like most people have not enough sense of energy to know what to do with it. In Qigong, we're working with being able to direct our Qi to specific areas in the body for healing. So
through the movements.
Through the movements, or even through our mind. I wanted to read something from the Neijing. I just wanted to give you an idea of what the foundation of Qigong is. And it really has to do with being able to still your mind. That's really important. But most people cannot still their mind until they have strong Qigong. Just to kind of give you a sense of how foundational Qigong can be, I'm just going to read this kind of short quote. The numinous, or the mind, no one knows its limits. It intuitively knows the myriad things, and you want to hold it within you and do not let it waver. Do not disrupt your senses with external things. Do not disrupt your mind with your senses. This is called grasping it within you. There's this vital energy that we have, or this Qi, or this Qigong, that we're trying to grasp with Qigong. So we're trying to grasp something that's not graspable. It's something that is everywhere, but we get in the way so much. So our mind gets in the way. But to be able to still the mind, we need to be able to strengthen our inner system. So without a good foundation, the mind won't still.
So we need to build the foundation, or maybe also build awareness of our energy.
Yes, so
Right.
that would be like a next step. You need to build awareness of the Qigong first.
So it's awareness of your own body. So like listening to your body, as I say in my book, you need to learn what body is telling you. Like I always tell, like pain, it's one of the messages that your body gives. Or anything that happening with your body, it's like bring your mind to awareness to your body. So building that awareness to your body experiences first. And after that, you can be aware of energy.
Right.
And bringing energy and body awareness together. And that's how you start building your energy flowing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you breathe, you sink your mind into your breath, and then your breath into your Qi, or your Qi into your breath, your Qi, your mind into your breath, and then you start to feel things. You start to feel where the tension is in your body. Most people don't even know where the tension is in their body. You start to feel where the space is in your body. You start to feel the fluids in your body. You start to feel everything in your body. Like there's a whole internal world that's going on a cellular level that most people don't have any clue. We can feel our physical body. We can feel our muscles and our skeleton. Some people observe their thoughts. Most people don't even know what's going on in their mind.
But we cannot feel our organs. Most of us.
Yeah, our organs or our cells or our bone marrow. But that's what we're doing. Like that's what Qigong is. It's a practice of systematically going deeper and deeper with your conscious mind into your body, so you can feel what's going on in your body, and then you can start to feel, oh, I feel stagnation here, or oh, I feel pain, or I feel lots of energy. I can't sleep because I've got a lot of energy moving.
It sounds like Qigong is not only a movement or exercise as most people think about Qigong. So it's more as a energy healing technique. Is it a part of Chinese medicine, you would say?
Yes.
And how do they practice as a part of Chinese medicine?
Well, my son is an acupuncturist, and he has an acupuncture college, and he teaches Qigong. And when he's working with his clients, he prescribes them a Qigong exercise, specific Qigong exercise.
Specifically for some
For a
elements
condition.
for that
Right.
Specific client.
Right. I do that a little bit, but more what I do is I work with forms. I really like to do full forms because when you're teaching a Qigong form, like the Yin Yang medical Qigong form, which is my foundational Qigong form, I really feel like an everyday practice of Qigong is going to give you that capacity to start to feel Qi.
So tell more about how would you recommend for people to engage in Qigong practice?
Well, I think that it's important that you find a teacher that you resonate with. I think that you want to be able to connect energetically with the teacher. I designed my Yin Yang medical Qigong form to be practiced every day. I designed it specifically to start to build Jing and to start to build awareness. A lot of Qigong forms don't really talk about the inner energy. They teach, you'll teach a form, but you're not working with consciously bringing the inner energy into your systems. This form is designed to start to bring more and more awareness into your body. Specifically, I have people who have been doing it every day or 2 days a week for years, and they get so much out of it because they really are being transformed by it.
And when you say the form, what does it mean?
A series of exercises is what it is. So in the beginning, you're learning the exercises, and the idea is to learn the exercises so well, and it's a very simple form. The reason I started with this form is because it's very simple, it's easy to learn.
And easy to do.
And it's easy to do, and anybody can do it. You can do it sitting down. It's very, very gentle on the system, gentle on the joints. So you learn the form, you learn it well, and your body, you start getting a muscle memory of the movements. And so once you start to get a muscle memory of the movements, you can get out of your head. It becomes very intuitive. And then you can let go of thinking about what the next exercise is because your body remembers it. And then you can start focusing on, oh, I'm feeling the energy in my feet. I'm feeling the energy of the earth. Can I tell a story?
Yeah, sure.
I started feeling the energy of the earth when I was practicing standing Qigong. I read this book about Qigong. It was a dentist who wrote it. And when he started studying Qigong, his Qigong teacher wouldn't let him do anything but standing Qigong. He said, you can only do standing Qigong. And he did that for 3 years before he did anything else. And what I realized about standing Qigong was that that's where I started feeling energy moving. It's like you're just standing there, and it's like standing meditation. You're just standing there and holding the pose for a period of time. You're being still, you're standing, and your hands might be up here. You can get tired with your standing with your hands up here. But you're doing that for 15 minutes, a half an hour, 2 hours. Some people stand for that long period of time. But you really...
You need to be a yogi to do that, or gradually to get there.
Or, a Sifu or a Qigong master. You're just standing there and you start feeling the energy. So that's when I started feeling energy, was through standing Qigong. And I do have standing Qigong in my Yin Yang medical Qigong training program because I think it's really important.
Do you have any examples when maybe somebody come to you with specific conditions and they practice Qigong and how it's changed their life?
Yeah, I have a recent student who came for sessions, individual sessions, and then I had her come into my Qigong program. She is attuned to energy, but not in the way that I was teaching. She's a yogi, so she has a pretty good awareness in her body. She's getting grounded. She's really starting to feel the energy moving, and a lot more in her life is starting to change. So she's letting go of old habitual patterns. She was a smoker. She stopped smoking. I think she stopped drinking also. She's really looking at what she wants to do with her life. I think she was in a job that was Not very satisfying for her, but she's starting to branch out and do some other things that she really wants to do. She's starting to really look at her life and look at what the next step in her life is and how she wants to move forward. So I find it's interesting that just doing a practice of Qigong could start to transform your life.
And how long she's been doing Qigong?
She was doing private sessions for like 3 months, and she's been doing Qigong for 3 months now also.
So you open your channels of energy, also you open your meridians, the lifestyle shifting, right? So that's what is happening.
Yeah, you have more energy.
And also connected to the universe, because we know that universe has all information that we need to know, and we just plug into information and it's delivered to us. We think like, oh, how did I think about that before? But now I'm open to that. And now I'm receiving the messages, and we think it's our ideas, but because we connected to the universe and everything is there, whatever we need.
Yeah, it's like, so your divine life path kind of starts flowing through you. You're not blocked from it anymore. She kind of came in, she had a lot of pain in her body, she was very repressed, but
probably was emotional connection to that as well.
Very emotional. It was old stuff, like old
traumas,
trauma from her family, from her childhood. So that stuff starts to leave the system, starts to unblock from the system, starts to release from the cells, and you just have a lot more of you available, a lot more of your soul available.
It's great example. There are some misconception about Qigong. How would you demystify those conceptions?
Well, I think that people think that Qigong is for people who are elderly. I mean, it's really great for people who are elderly, but it's great for everybody in every age. Maybe that it's slow, it's a slow system and it's boring, but it's so far from that. There are so many different types of Qigong forms. I think that one of the most valuable things that I've learned from Qigong is I've always had a little bit of difficulty in transitions of seasons, like from going from spring to summer or winter to spring or something like that. There's transitions that happen.
Adjustment.
You have to eat differently. You have to exercise differently to really access the energy from the seasons, because they're so different. Like, when you're moving from winter to spring, you're a little bit slower, you want to be warmer, but you're moving into spring and the ground is just like bubbling underneath you. You want to access that energy from spring and move it through your body. Well, there's Qigong forms that access the energy from spring. There's Qigong forms that help to nourish your kidneys in the winter. So there are different forms that you do for different seasons, and when you can start to create this rhythm of seasonal Qigong, it makes it so much easier to transition through the seasons. If you're transitioning from winter to spring, you're transitioning from a water element to a wood element. The wood element is the liver and the gallbladder, and as we've been talking, we're talking about liver blood, so we really want to do Qigong to support our liver blood.
And I think it would help our physical body transition from one season to another. Same with food. We can't eat food all the time the same. So in the winter we eat more heavier food to support our body temperature and everything else. Same in the summer. We cannot eat the same food as we eat in the winter. So the metabolism change and energy. So Qigong would be very helpful to transition our body from one season to another. So it's a great example to even switch Qigong practice from season to season.
Yeah, and we talk about foods to eat during the different seasons, and it's really great to have a transitional Qigong form. So Qigong for the wood element of spring and the fire element of summer. You can really start to access the power of the seasons. Like winter is a very powerful season. It's the most contracted time, and it's the most internal time, and we want to take advantage of that. We want to take advantage of resting deeply, drinking a lot of hot teas, eating a lot of stews, and nourishing your body.
And it's slow metabolism time,
right.
because everything is slow.
And you want to gain a little bit of weight. You have a little bit more fat around your belly, or not in your liver, but
like animals do
Right.
when they go to hibernate in the winter. We need to have hibernation too in the winter, and in the spring we all come to life and
Right.
get more
Get
energy.
out and breathe
And
fresh air.
metabolism
Right.
go up, and in the summer we don't even need food because everything is energy. We get
Right.
from sun and everything else.
Right.
So we connect to universe through all different energy sources, and I love all this about the energy. So what would you recommend for a person who would like to try Qigong or venture and learn more about Qigong practice?
You can scroll on the internet to see if you find somebody that you like. I would love to have you in my Qigong system because I think it's a really good system. There's a lot of people that have taken my training and they're really enjoying it. And some people have been taking it for years.
And it's easy. I try Laura's Qigong. It's very easy for everyone, from teenager, for kids, to all the way to the 90s. So everyone between can practice the way you practice.
Yeah, it's good to start with something that is simple for you so that you can focus on the energy. I think that's really important, to focus on starting to build and feel and sense energy. And then the other thing is to do the seasonal Qigong. You can start with the Yin Yang Medical Qigong form. There's 36 videos. So once you've gone through that, I have practice sessions. I have Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. practice sessions. So you can join those, with the form. It's online, but you have a group to practice with, and people love it. We have a number of people that are in that practice session, so you could do that. And then start the seasonal Qigong training programs. And those are all recorded online, but I also do live courses. Every season I do live courses. So I have online live, and I have in-person live. It's a complete system here, and there's always more new things I'm bringing in.
So as I understand, if I would like to venture and try to practice Qigong, I can go on your website, sign up for the class that I can take on my own. So it's like videos that I can go through the whole 36 videos. I can learn on my own, but also join you with the group session when you do group live. So I can practice or even get some correction from you if I don't do something correctly, correct?
Yeah, you can ask questions. The videos are all on my website. They're really easy to access, so you can start practicing on your own, and then you come on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we just go through the 36 videos, and we'll go back around the 36 videos and just keep doing that. I'm available to answer questions, and I won't do corrections because it's a recorded video that you're looking at in the Monday and Wednesday classes. So you practice the video with the group, and then after the video is done, then I'm available to answer questions.
Okay, great. So how people can find you if they would like to join your group?
My website is laurachalfantqigong.com. If you Google me, you'll see me. I have a lot of different things on Google.
Okay, great. So anything else that you would like the listener to know about Qigong?
I think I want to say that Qigong has been around for a long, long time. It's been around for thousands of years, and it's part of the Chinese medicine system. And, Chinese medicine has been researched for thousands and thousands of years. There's some amazing things that you can do with your health if you practice Qigong. There is a lot of transformations you're going to feel, and I think that you can trust this system. You can trust that it's something that you can practice through your whole life. It's not something that's going to injure you. It's not something that's going to cause problems. It's going to help to ground you. It's going to help to balance you. But you do want to work with a good teacher, somebody that knows what they're doing, and somebody that understands energy. And I wouldn't just go online and practice this Qigong and that Qigong. You want to stay with the teacher for a while so that you can build something really solid, because the deeper you get into Qigong, the more you're going to understand how to heal yourself. So it's really a self-healing practice, and when you build your Jing and you build your Qi and you can focus your mind, you can access the energies, then you can move the energy anywhere you want in your body, and you really can transform your health.
Last question for you. What do you think about bringing Qigong to one of the methods of healing or treatment in conventional medicine?
Well, that's what they do in China. In China, they have like a big, medical hospital. They do surgeries, but they also offer acupuncture, Chinese herbs, and Qigong within the medical model.
So the holistic approach or integrative
Yes.
approach to healing a patient.
Right. We kind of do it a little bit in this country, but there's still a pretty good separation between Western medicine and alternative complementary medicine. Although the gap is closing, I think the gap is closing, and there are a lot of doctors who are integrative and who bring other alternative forms into their practice. Mostly what we do is we refer to each other.
Mm-hmm.
We support each other, and I think that it would be wonderful if the medical community could do that, because I think that a lot of conditions could be healed before they become diseases.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So maybe in the future, in our next generation, maybe we can start implementing energy medicine and specifically different energy movements. That's our hope for the future.
I think that there are a lot of doctors that do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to acknowledge that there are a growing number of doctors that are working in complementary or integrative medicines.
So the future is bright. Stay tuned. Thank you, Laura, for the interview. Thank you.
Are you ready for your Energy for Life bioenergetic nest scan? Dr. Larisa Sharapova and myself, Priscilla Koblenz, offer personal, private, 90-minute consults to get you back to optimal health and well-being. And starting in the new year, we're offering an Energy Mastery Program, a monthly membership which will give you access to a monthly scan as well as 2 group masterclasses to help you optimize your wellness in the new year. For more details, visit the show notes or check out harmonicalignment.co. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of Harmonic Alignment. If something resonated with you, we would love to hear about it. Please consider leaving us a 5-star review and subscribing so you don't miss an upcoming episode. Thank you. The information contained in this podcast is provided for informational purposes only and not intended for the purpose of diagnosing, treating, curing, or preventing any disease. Before using any products referenced on the podcast, consult with your healthcare provider. Carefully read all labels and directions. The products and information received through the podcast should not be used to replace a consultation or advice from your healthcare provider. If you suspect you have a medical problem or have any healthcare questions, please promptly call your healthcare provider. This podcast, including Dr. Larisa Sharapova and Priscilla Koblenz and the producers, are not responsible for any possible adverse effects from the use of information contained in this podcast. This podcast may contain endorsements and advertisements for products or services. Individuals on this podcast may have a direct financial benefit to the product or services referenced.